Oh, there it goes. Hey YouTube, DPal3543 here, and welcome to a Dueling Book replay. Now, this is a different video. This time, I'm not dueling. This isn't me dueling. In fact, this is a public service announcement for all members of Dueling Book. Okay. Hey, this certain guy here, he's cheated. Right? Cerna cheated. A lot. Very much so. But not only that, he cheated and then fought with a judge who told him that he was wrong. And as we see, we're going to get into that later, so we're just going to fast forward. We're going to play it and fast forward. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. Now we're getting into it here. Alright. But yeah, Serta, he pretty much ruled Shark. He was pretty much trying to rule Shark, his opponent, Tweezer. Which we'll see. And it's paused, so we'll press play. Right off the bat, as we can see, Tweezer is being a little unfriendly there. He's telling Tweezer to make this good, which he's running Dark Lords here. So, it's an okay deck, honestly. That's not the point. The point is going to be a little later, so we're going to fast forward here. As you see, everything's going on pretty normally. And pause. And this is where things get bad. Alright. So if you noticed, go back. Okay, so we're going to open up the log here, first of all. Activate Into the Void and drew a card, right? Into the Void was the third card in his hand, meaning he had Called by the Grave, excuse me, sorry, and Pot of Duality, excuse me, in his hand already, and Into the Void. Please note Into the Void. If you have, if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, 3 or more, that is the requirement to activate this card. That includes Into the Void. So if you already have Into the Void and 2 other cards in your hand, you can now activate Into the Void. The reason why this is legal is because once you've activated Into the Void, yes, you now have 2 cards in your hand, but you no longer need the requirement to activate it because it's already been activated. So that was completely legal. And this is where the Cerna guy tried to shark him. Okay, after you use it, excuse me, you can. You can't. Well, Google it. Don't just assume. Activation decreases hand size by 1. That's true. It does decrease hand size by 1. But he just contradicted himself right there. See, activation. This right here is the requirement for activation. Once you've activated it, that's one sentence right here no longer matters. It's not important anymore. Yeah, Tweezer just laughed, and then they call a judge. So they go back and forth with this. Tweezer says he's done this before. And I gotta say, I haven't met anyone who has not used Into the Void before, you know? Into the Void is a very common card. I've never seen anybody not use it. And let's see, 2 in hand after activation is less than 3. And it's like, alright, like I said, if you can't count to 3, then you're trying too hard to play here. And it's like, what? Everybody can count to 3. Alright, everybody here can. He had 3. See? 1, 2, 3. Legal activation. God, okay. I know the ruling. You're assuming the ruling. See, this, in a way, Tweezer's pretty much. Sorry if I butchered your name. I do apologize. I say Tweezer because that's what it looks like. 2 I's usually means E for me. Or an I in general usually means E for me. Given that I'm bilingual. Anyway. Yeah. You know the ruling. Tweezer, you're right. If you see this video, I'd like you to know you're definitely right. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the desk I'm sitting at. You are right. Okay, if you ever see this video, you are correct. He is assuming the ruling, and technically you called him out for rule sharking. In a way. And you told him to Google it. Now, again, this is aimed at you, Tweezer, if you ever see this. One thing you could do better, instead of telling him to Google it, maybe you could send it to him. Just copy the link to the into the void ruling and then paste it in. Excuse me, into the dual chat. Excuse me. That seems like it would be a much better option than just telling him to Google it, because you can't trust them to do it. Plus, if you tell someone to Google it, they may do it, and just because they look at it doesn't mean they're going to go with what the page says. They'll, without you providing the link, that gives them the opportunity to rule strike you more, because then they themselves could look it up and then tell you that the ruling says something completely different, and they might not post the link to prove their point. So that just puts you in a deeper situation. Just saying. One, again, there's that Google thing. And I'd like to point this out. Cerna says you don't meet the activation requirements in hand. The card's on the field. Into the Void is face up on the field. It's already been activated. You no longer need activation requirement if it's already been activated. I've explained this twice now. And I'm sorry. He says he's trying too hard. Tweezer's laughing, and yeah, Cerna's probably just salty. He's probably has a bad hand, so he's probably sharking. Now let's see if we can see what Cerna drew into. The Unification and Cubic Lords, Giragile, Crimson Nova, Twin Twister. See, he didn't even have that bad of a hand. I don't run cubics often. Alright, so I'm assuming it's not a bad hand. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below. But I assume that's a good hand. At least. That's a decent hand, at least. But that doesn't change the fact you're sharking. So I don't even know why you're sharking. You had a chance. Maybe you just didn't like the fact he had a lot of back row, or that he was playing that particular card. But why? Why, sir? Why'd you have to rule shark? I'll never understand. Can someone explain why he sharked to me? I'd love to know why. Unless he's just a salty scrub and doesn't like that card. Can we see the deck? No, he can't. Okay. I'm styling. I don't know what that is. Yeah, see. I just call cheating where I see it. Can you call cheating on yourself? I'd love to know. Alright, we're gonna skip through here. Want me to? Yeah, see, there you go. There you go, right there. There you go. Want me to Google it? You should have just Googled it from the start. If he ignores the ruling, then that just further proves that he's the one cheating because you've provided a valid ruling. You seem lazy enough. Trust me, you already lost. Well, there's no proof of that. If he already lost, then why are you rule sharking? Someone answer me that question. If he's already lost, why is he sharking? Because if your opponent's already lost, there's no reason for you to rule shark in order to make him lose. Because you've already won. I question his intelligence. See, there you go. There you go. You provided the link to the rulings. I will pull this up, just so I can show you guys that's the real rulings. Okay. Here we go. The uh, the valid rulings of Into the Void. And look, what's the first thing that shows up? You'll still apply the effect of Into the Void, even if you have 2 or fewer cards in your hand when it resolves. See, people? It's the very first thing. Very first thing on the ruling page. And right down here, you can activate Into the Void when you have only 3 cards in your hand, including Into the Void. See, it says it twice that is a legal play. And does our friend over here accept that? Again, like I said, you assume the ruling. Playing is BS. Playing BS is pointless. He does not accept this. Cerna does not accept this at all. He was given the legal ruling, the valid ruling of Into the Void, and he still says that Tweezer's wrong, despite the fact that the ruling proves him wrong. And I just showed you that. Ah. Hope the judge laughs. I am an RC1 and PC1 judge. That means I'm certified in ruling comprehensions level 1 and policy comprehensions level 1. And I'm laughing. I'm laughing. So, a judge is laughing at you, Serna. Anyway, carrying on. Yeah, they wasted time. So I'm gonna fast forward until the judge gets here. Pause. As you can see, he's flipping coins because Dueling Book has this lovely feature where if you're inactive for so long, they will kick you out of the game, and both of you will lose rating, or one of you will. I've lost rating because my opponent has been kicked out for being AFK. So it's weird, but he's sitting here flipping coins so he doesn't time out of the game or time out of the site itself. You know, because that's a thing that happens. I've had it happen to me once. So I had to go do a thing. Cerna's pretty much calling him out for cheating on this too, and he's not technically cheating. This isn't a real in-person duel, as you should know. So the normal tournament rules, something like this, it wouldn't be viewed as cheating because you're trying to stay active. Now, if it was real life and you just start flipping coins in the middle of the duel for no reason while you're waiting for a judge, that might be considered cheating. Or you're just being bored. But if you're just sitting there flipping coins in a real tournament, then yeah, that's cheating. Activate. Alright, pause. I got something interesting here. And he's just, scared of the ruling? I'm waiting, don't worry, man. The judge can laugh at you too. You're just wasting space so it makes less likely for the admin to determine if you're cheating. No, he's just trying. Excuse me. Ah. Remind me to never drink soda during a video game. Ah. Likely for the admin to determine if you're cheating. Question mark. See, here's where he's rule sharking again. He rule sharks twice, technically. Play does not resume until a ruling is made. That is technically true. However, flipping a coin is not making a play. At no point did he activate a card to allow him to flip a coin for an effect. Therefore, oh, hold on. I apologize. I had a sneeze. Anyway, so, um, yeah, okay. Technically, you're right. Play does not continue until a ruling has been made by a judge. But like I said, he has not activated the card to allow him to flip coins, so he's not making a play. As I stated before, he's just trying to stay active, as he doesn't get kicked out and lose rating over this. Plus, it's going to happen. Judges tend to take forever to get on. I should have pre-recorded this so I could see what judges were on. Oh yeah, I told you guys about the judge. Yeah, here. That comes in here. So shout out to that judge, but that'll be a little later. Oh, okay, pause. We gotta catch this up. I'll be right. Alright, we're all caught up now. Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah. Yeah, he pretty much explains why he's flipping the coin. He's like, I do not want to AFK. That is fair. He doesn't. That means none of that nonsense. Your typing does the same thing. I'll be mute now. So you can flip with no effect. Yeah, see, he's just sharking again. Oh, okay. Now we're all caught up. That's a thing. See. Trust me, you lost already. How? Now you're just crying because someone called you on your nonsense? Hey, Serna, guess what? It may be a few days to a week after the fact. I'm calling you on your nonsense. I really meant to do this video sooner, but I've been caught up with things. I actually went out to Worlds of Fun with my wife on Saturday, and we had a lot of fun. And for those of you who aren't in Kansas, Worlds of Fun or Missouri area, Worlds of Fun is an amusement park outside of Kansas City, on the outskirts of Kansas City. It's based on Peanuts, kind of like how Six Flags based on Looney Tunes, Disney's based on Disney. Yeah, it's like that. It's really fun. And by Peanuts, I mean Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Lucy, Sally, Linus, Schroeder, Pigpen, you know, all those lovely people, Franklin. Anyway, congratulations, there's two. Now you're just being obnoxious on purpose. Says the one who's rule sharking. I swear. Alright, so back into it. Whenever it decides to do that. Nothing's really happening here by the looks of it. Yep. Alright. Pause. Because things are being all weird here. Alright. If you're right, the admin says so. If I'm right, the admin says so. We keep playing either way. If you're not cheating, then you have no reason to be scared of me. Yep. Well, aside from the Nova, that's going to bow you sideways until you beg for more. I hear rank so low. What is his rank? And what is your rank? Well, his rank. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I was looking at the XP. It's like, well, then never mind. Yeah, his rank is pretty low. Anyway, so he he says that he's going to accept the ruling either way and that they'll keep playing, but he doesn't later. Things go on. He's all pissy, combo of bad luck. So if you're done acting like a pissy little kid because someone finally called you on cheating, pardon my language. See, that is not okay. That's harassment. No, okay, it's not harassment, but if he kept doing that, something like that, then we can wait civilly, like real duelists, and get over it. Get over with. He's that one. He's that one guy, I assume, who if he gets called out on his shit and then accused of cheating by a judge and was actually cheating, will get mad and throw a chair and then throw a fit at the judge because he was called out on doing something he knows he's not supposed to do but wants to do it anyway. That's just me, though. I could be wrong. Don't pay any mind to that. I'm just spitballing here. And it's like, I love how he's saying, your call. He's not going to take it back. He doesn't have to take it. He can play it back. And you can't take plays back. Once you made a play, you have to make it, unless it was a misclick. That's the other great thing about Dueling Book is that misclicking is a thing on the computer. If you do something, make a play IRL, you can't take it back. And he's flipping the coin so he can stay active. Which is good because if Cerna doesn't do anything, Cerna will go back. And all that is going to happen. This is probably as long as one of my regular videos. And see, here's where I come in, and this is where the judge comes in, alright? So we're going to go through a play-by-play. Alright, see, I came in not long after this. I watched this, and oh, I think I might have asked Tweezer for the replay. That's probably how I got a hold of that. Probably. But yeah, so I came in, and then shortly after I come in, the judge comes in as well, because I saw someone, someone mentioned this in public chat. Tweezer went in and was like, hey, look at this. So I went in and saw, because I like seeing interesting duels. And I try to help out with ruling questions every now and then. I actually did earlier today. Anyway, a few seconds after I come in, judge comes in and is like, hey, how can I help? And then Tweezer posts the rulings again. Did I say anything? Oh yeah, I came in to help. What's going on? I didn't come in to help. I was wondering what's going on because all I see is this empty field. I'm like, what? What's so interesting? And then he's like, I activate into the void. When it was my third card in hand, he thinks it's cheating. Rulings. Well, I know the rulings for void. That's funny. I told him to Google it instead of calling a judge and wasting their time. I think he just hopes I'll leave. And I was like, probably. And yeah, it's probably what was going on. So let's see what Cerna had to say. Thing 1, hand requirement is 3, not 2 for Into the Void. Playing a card decreases hand size, so 2 equals 3 is just outright false. And here's the judge's rule. The requirement is only checked while the card is in your hand. Once you activate it, there doesn't need to be 3 cards in your hand anymore. Exactly. Even the online judge says so. A real judge says so. I'm not questioning if that judge is a real judge or not, but even the online judge has said so. And I've taken the Dueling Book test, and I have failed. That is a difficult test to take, as opposed to the actual judge certification test for Konami. Just saying. So they know their stuff. Therefore, it can't be third card. It can be the third card in your hand. And see, Tweezer is respectful. He's like, thank you, Judge. Same applies to left arm offering. And a certain extent, also, all that trolling nonsense you just did makes me want to call harassment on your sorry trolly little tail for that. He wasn't trolling. He explained to you exactly why he was flipping the coin so much. He was trying to stay active so he wasn't booted from the game automatically. It's something that happens a lot in Rated if you're inactive. That's why I don't care really much about people going AFK. I'm sure I'll call a judge and wait, but eventually they're just going to get booted. Alright, the judge is like, harassment? Rolling on the floor. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let me check the chat. And he looks through. He paused the game. This one's been a pest since they encountered a real argument. Dude, actually, anything? Yeah, I want to keep that open just in case I said any more. Just look at the records. They're also having their cheating friends who also can't count to 3 try and piss me off in private if you want screenshots. That's right. I did PM this guy and I'm like, hey, his activation is perfectly legal. He hasn't broken any rules. He Into the Void was his third card in hand, and that's all that mattered. I even called him out on his cheating, and he said I was cheating, which is funny. You guys saw that neither me nor Tweezer were cheating. We told him the exact ruling. Tweezer gave him the ruling, and we looked. Me and you, the viewers, looked at the ruling. And that's funny. And I also, at some point, PM'd the judge, and I'm just like, hey, I think this guy's just sharking. That's just my opinion. He technically, by policy codes, he is sharking. Alright, I don't want to get speed through that. Alright, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go back up so we can catch up. Well, I don't see anything that truly qualifies as harassment by our standards. However, I'm going to ask that you both be more polite to each other. Otherwise, penalties may ensue. See, yeah, they were both pretty rude. Tweezer, I admit you were a little rude there in the beginning. But Cerna, God, is just horrible. Here to play a game, not to have cheaters pretend to be people. That's horrible. That is terrible. You are a terrible person. You're assuming that just because you are wrong, that your opponent is a cheater and not even a person because you are wrong. That is horrible. And then Certain is asking for the ruling. And Tweezer's being all respectful about it for sure. Thanks, Judge. Just got upset. I had to wait. And the judge is like, hey, no worries, man. 2 equals 3, yes or no. So he's still fighting it. Into the Void can be activated with 3 cards in hand. Even if it's the third card. The duel continues. He's made his ruling, but Cerna keeps fighting him. But they lose a card on activation, reducing the limit to 2. By that time, it's already activated. You're going to deny that? You're actively going to tell me that 2 equals 3. No one is telling you that 2 equals 3. They're telling you that the 3 cards in hand no longer matters because the card's already been activated. You cannot activate... Oh, well, actually, never mind. I was about to make a big mistake there. And the requirement to activate isn't needed anymore because you already activated it. Exactly. A judge has told him this. I have told him this. Tweezer has told him this and provided the valid link to the valid rulings. 3, 4 sources telling him that he's wrong and he's still fighting it. That is cheating. He did get a game loss, granted. But he should have gotten a game loss long before he did. And the judge is like, no, 3 equals 3. When you want to activate it, okay, so 2 equals 3 because no logic. I think the resource judge, number 8095, shout out to you, by the way, good job, would know his stuff. By the time you have 2 cards in hand, activation costs a card. It's already activated. And you don't need to have 3 cards in hand anymore. And the hand does not meet the activation requirement. When you place a card on the field, this is because you've activated it. That's true. When you place it on the field, it's either set, summoned, or activated, depending on the kind of card it is. So, Cernet, just a shout out to you. Learn your rulings. If you think he can't activate Into the Void, then obviously you don't know basic Yu-Gi-Oh rulings, and you might want to go read that rule book. Just saying. So 2 equals 3. And he keeps trying to twist the resources of the judge's words. As you'll notice through the chat, he keeps trying to twist what the judge is saying to make the judge seem he's wrong, or at least to second guess him, which is still wrong. And if I remember correctly, that's either, pretty sure that's a disqualification from a tournament. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you're fighting a judge like this, that's either a game loss or disqualification. But then again, disqualifications are up to a head judge, so a guy in silver on the site would probably do the whole banning thing. And then account becomes activated later. You don't place on a card on the field, and then it becomes activated later. Exactly. If it's on the field, it's the only time that's an exception is if it's a field. Oh no, it's not even that because the field spell's still being activated. Never mind. I'm stupid. You ever learn to count? Count to 5 for me, please. I always try and get the judge to count to 5. I mean, really? You count before the card is placed on the field. Yes. Now you're being impolite to me. Count to 5 for me, please. I'm asking you to perform the simplest of tasks. I start turn, but this is entertaining. Which is fine, because technically, yes, the judge has made the ruling and ordered them to continue the duel. He is still fighting it. And if he wasn't happy with this, he could have easily, you could have easily asked for an appeal. The other judge would tell you exactly what you didn't want to hear. Are you entitled? Are you an entitled little brat? And that's the only reason I can think of you doing this. You were called out, you were proven wrong, and you're still fighting it. Why? Anyway, and I'm asking you to continue the duel. I've explained the ruling, which is also available in the database for this card. It is. Even the card itself tells you the ruling. More or less so. 2 is less than 3. And then Tweezer goes on to play his turn. Or he can tell me I'm wrong. 5 duality, okay? So tell me, oh wise and powerful judge, that 2 equals 3. And since Serna didn't say he had a response to pot, Tweezer's going to go ahead and continue that. Just do it. Just do it. I don't have editing skills, so I can't edit Shia LaBeouf in there. I'm sorry, guys. 2 does not equal 3. He's going to go ahead and that's going to happen. Or a game lost because Serna made you her, pardon my language, bitch. Serna, you were proven wrong. You didn't make anybody anything. You just made people laugh at you. And now whoever watches this video might also laugh at you. Okay, so 2 is not 3. That's correct. I love how the George is giving him a math lesson. Twee fixed the game state. The game state's perfectly legal. He's done nothing wrong. No activation before application. What? What? But he is activating. What you're missing here is that activation requirements are checked while cards are yet to be placed on the field or flipped face up. So the judge is pretty much, like I said, we've been over this so many times. There's no any more need for me to explain this. And then he goes ahead and resolves pot. The game state is correct. See, the judge said the game state is correct. And no, void does not meet the requirement for activation. Yes, it did. Stop fighting it. You need to just stop fighting it. Yeah, this is like the last thing no, this is not. This is the next last thing. Ignorance is bliss except for when you're trying to cheat and arguing with a judge. I wish Cerno responded to that because I'd have loved that. It did. But you said 2 is not 3. See, he's trying to twist what the judge said to get his way, get her way. Sorry, get their way. I'll just say that. Cerna is trying to twist the judge's words to get their way. It's pretty much what's going on here at this point. That's a separate question. Magical mallet, okay, that's a separate question. So -1 for 2 is not 3, then void does not meet activation requirements. They're just making themselves look like an idiot at this point. Serna, please answer your opponent. Opponent is basically you at this point. You're not winning. See, the fact that you think you're winning. You're stressing me out. I'm ranting here. I'm on a rant. I am just on a huge rant right now. You don't. Okay. We're just going to continue on. I have nothing nice to say about that, so I'm not saying it. And no, you're losing. 2 is not 3. You said so. You have 30 seconds to respond to your opponent's card, Serna. Magical mallet, okay. Smiley face. 15 seconds remain. You mean before or after you cheated? Well, this is coming from my perspective, and I'm sure you guys will agree if you watch. Tweezer at no point cheated. Every single play he's made has been legal. And I just now noticed that Serna made no plays in his entire turn, so I guess he had nothing to do. So I guess he had a bad hand. That just goes to show that's probably why he was cheating. Slow play penalties will ensue. And you, and cursing out the admin. Learn basic numbers, please. Now you'll receive a warning for unsporting conduct. Yeah, that's one thing he should get. Magical mallet not okay? Question mark. 2 equals 3 or 2 is not 3. You mean realistic reasoning. That's not realistic. Yes, your math is right. 2 is not 3. Good job. You know your numbers. Now, are you smart enough to read Yu-Gi-Oh rulings? Are you smart enough to understand basic Yu-Gi-Oh rulings? Is rather what I should say. Tweezer's like, don't know if I can use my mallet. I would have just used my mallet because obviously he has nothing to respond to it. 30 seconds is up. You'll receive a loss for slow play. You're just saying they can because you said so, even though you said that 2 is not 3. Game loss. I'll get rid of that. And he called him that thing. Count to 5. This will be recorded on your history. So if he messes up again, he's probably boned. And I wonder if he has or not. I haven't been following him, though I should. I'm going to start following him for you. If you want me to, I'll start following and do another video with Serna. Maybe we can catch him being an idiot. Her, them, whatever, being an idiot again. No F's given. Count to 5. So he doesn't care that he's been called out for cheating at this point. He just wants them to count to 5. So he's trolling too, which is a bannable offense. Serna, I want to be real with you here. You claim that an online number isn't important to you. Yet why are you so salty and butthurt about this? Being proven wrong over a ruling and an online number. Oh man, this video is long. Shoot. Hopefully the next one I record won't be so long. Now count to 5. And then that's the last troll before I leave. I'm just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the void, still a legal play. And then I leave. Do they do anything outside of that? Nope, they leave right after that. Oh, so that's it. This guy sharked and lost. He sharked twice, harassed his opponent, and lost. Or was pretty much just a bad apple. So why I say this is a public service announcement, I want to tell you guys, watch out for this person. If you get into a duel with this person, be careful. they might try to do this to you. From what I've learned from people on Dueling Book, when they do stuff like this, is that it's a common thing for them. Then they like to do it a lot. So I'm just saying, watch out for them. If you've never had any problems with this person, kudos to you. Good job. Hey, all the power to you. But other people like Tweezer here might have the same issue. So I'd say do avoid him if you can. I know you can't avoid people in rated, but if you see him like unrated or somewhere in unrated, I'd avoid him because you can't call a judge there. Then again, you can just leave and not. But he might harass you. They might harass you. Whatever. Oh shoot. So yeah, that's a thing. But again, if you see this person, do your best to stay away from them. It might be in your best interest. And if you're in a rated duel, be careful. That's it. With that said, that's it for this video. I've taken up 40 minutes, and that's way too long for one of these. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. And tell me what you think down in the comments. I found this to be hilarious. I was laughing the entire time. But yes, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh content, I've actually got, excuse me, another replay tomorrow. I think I'll have to watch it over again because I don't remember why I saved it for you guys. But subscribe and check out some of my other, so you can be informed whenever I upload another video, which I do try to do daily. I know I don't keep my word a lot, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna have my wife. I'm gonna ask my wife to keep me on schedule. Make sure I've recorded every day. Obviously, Saturday was a no-go. So, anyway, see you guys. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.